Alright, what is going on, my dudes? We're back here today with the week 4 of the Autumn of Agony. In this one, we had Heimdall. Now, this fight was pretty darn insane, man. The first couple of runs, it seemed absolutely impossible to do any damage to this guy whatsoever. But after a few rounds, it started to make a lot more sense. The fight started to come together, and it actually ended up being one of my favorite ones at the end of the day when all is said and done. Keep in mind, we've been doing these fights every 2 weeks for about a year now. So Heimdall is one of the last ones we're going to see here for this cycle. So this was a really fun one. It was a very skill-based fight. The objectives were 20/20 plus Mystic, Skill plus Mercenary, and Cosmic plus Metal. Keep in mind when you are looking for your tags. Well, for this one, you just have like one tag plus the class, so it shouldn't be an issue. But for the future, when there are 2 different tags, right, you have to make sure you have end all selected tags, not any selected tag. That happens every single week when there's like multiple tags in one. But let's start talking about what this fight had and what Heimdall has going on. So when he used a heavy attack, right, he went unstoppable, and you have to kind of poke him after the first hit. Now, this gets a little bit easier when you realize that he roots you during the heavy. Now, usually root makes things harder, but when you want to hit him, interrupt his heavy, while he goes unstoppable, it allows you to get that quick poke after the first hit, because his heavy has like that delay after the first hit. You can also kind of counter it in a way. Some of the best counters to this fight also just completely ignore the unstoppable as well, so we will absolutely get to that. Keep in mind, you can do this with just about anyone if you understand how to do the fight. So after the special one, he's going to gain that True Strike buff, and that makes him able to auto block you. This got me a few times in this fight, so you have to watch out for that. I do recommend after he uses the special one, take a moment to parry him and give him a quick little poke. That way the True Strike goes away, alright? Now, he has this node called, I believe, Assault Battery. This is going to, like, absorb all the damage that you do and explode it onto him when you knock him down with the special attack. Now, in order to knock him down with the special attack, you have to poke him while he's unstoppable, okay? So, all those things in one make this a fun skill-based fight once you understand the mechanics of how it works. With all that being said, let's start jumping into the best counters today. With number 10, we have my buddy Crossbones. Now, Crossbones was really good for this fight, but not as good as the other options, especially for his tag. Initially, I thought he was going to be fantastic because big damage, all this stuff, but you do have to keep Crossbones ramped up with the Furies, and when there's so many other things going on in the fight, it gets a little hard to keep those Furies up. If you can get the ball rolling, Crossbones can have an absolutely incredible run against this guy, and I'm sure we're going to see like a quick, like 60-second Crossbones run before this fight is over, but there's a lot of stuff going on in this fight that can kind of mess with his loop, and there are other skill options that are going to be just a little bit easier for this fight where you can kind of shut your brain off, okay? But that being said, if you have a ranked up Crossbones as a 7-star, he might be your best option, and he is a really solid option. Number 9, we have Bullseye. So Bullseye is one of those champions here who's just all around easier to use than Crossbones, right? You kind of want to hit the opponent, and that's kind of all there is to it. You get the True Strike from the special one, so you can kind of ignore the auto block on Heimdall, so that's definitely nice to have. Right? Just all you have to do is just poke him while he's unstoppable during that heavy attack, and then just fight. And now keep in mind, if you want to ignore that little poking thing, you can just go for the special 3s. There is also Matador in this fight. I did forget to mention that, but I'm sure you know that if you have tried the fight. Alright? So Bullseye has that consistent damage, just kind of attack him, hit him more than he hits you, and eventually Heimdall will go down. Number 8, we have Mojo, one of our Mystic options here. Now, Mojo has a lot of damage over time. There are a lot of buffs that are on Heimdall that can go away. The special 2 and the special 3 are going to do so much degen damage, and of course, the Assault Battery is going to absorb all of that, and when you're spamming those special attacks, he is going to be falling very, very fast. With Mojo, I probably recommend you just simply go for the special 3. Don't even worry about getting rid of the Unstoppable, right? Just bait the special 1 off of Heimdall and spam the special 3, and eventually he's going to fall. Moving on to number 7, we have Sasquatch. Now, Sasquatch, of course, can do so much damage. You're not going to see the big yellow numbers or the red numbers. It's all going to be absorbed in the Assault Battery. Sasquatch is a Mystic champion with big damage, and at the end of the day, what you want is a tanky champion with big or consistent damage that will eventually get him down, and Sasquatch definitely fits that bill. Moving on to number 6, we have Mcoc. So you kind of want to play this kind of like standard Mcoc. Throw the special 2 right into the block. and then bait out one special one and kind of hit him with the special one. After all of that damage has been absorbed, you're then going to watch it all explode, okay? So again, just play Mcoc like you always do against Heimdall here, but then just make sure you knock him down with the special one after you have all the damage absorbed. Moving on to number 5, we have Odin. Now, Odin, fantastic for this fight, man. There are so many Cosmic and Metal champions who are so great for this fight. So Odin, again, huge special 2s, right? Get all of your buffs on him. Just play Odin like you always play Odin. It's honestly even easier with Matador because you don't have to worry about like balancing your power. Just bait the special attacks from Heimdall and then spam your special 2s. Probably go for the special 1 first. Keep knocking him down, okay? And the special 2 is going to do so much damage. I've seen people get Heimdall down in under 90 seconds with Odin. He is absolutely fantastic for the fight, and it's a little thematic too, right? Odin versus Heimdall. We love that. Number 4, we got the Monkey. This is who I used for my skill option, right? I was initially doing it with Crossbones, tried it a bunch of times. When they would hit Monkey, he went down the first try. You literally just attack him, right? Make sure you can get your medium, light, medium into the special 2 off after his special 1, and he's absolutely incredible for the fight. All you have to keep in mind is that if you do want to do that, you just have to bait out the heavy attack, give him a quick poke with your nunchuck, and then go, you know, special 1, bait the special 1, medium, light, medium, special 2, and hit Monkey does so much damage, and the special 2 is, of course, the guaranteed crit, and all the guaranteed crits on the basics, you take off about like 30% per special 2 if you're using the 7-star hit Monkey. If you're using like a ascended rank 5, 6-star hit Monkey, you probably have to go for like 5 special 2s, which honestly is not bad at the end of the day. Moving on to number 3, we have Beta Ray Bill. Now, Beta Ray Bill was exceptional for this fight. Now, he has the grit buff from his heavy attack that gets paused after your special 2. So what I recommend doing is actually baiting out the heavy attack from Heimdall and countering with your heavy, because you get the grit right away when you attack him. So you kind of ignore all of that unstoppable. Once you get to special 2, charge your heavy, bait out the dash, use your special 2, then do your medium into a slow combo, into a special 1. It'll probably take like 2 special 1s, possibly a 3rd special 1 at that point, depending on how many shocks you've put up on Heimdall. And Beta Ray Bill is exceptional for this fight. Really, really, really good for this fight. Just make sure, of course, you just knock him down with that grit buff. That way you get all of that damage and you get that giant explosion. It'll be very satisfying. Number 2, we have Vox. So Vox has all of that degen, man. He is cosmic, he is metal, he does so much damage. Again, with Vox, same old thing. You're pretty much doing the same thing with all of these champions. You want to just make sure you bait the heavy attack, poke them before you use your specials, and all of that degen is going to be putting so much damage into that assault battery pack that by the time you knock him down again, you're going to be seeing his health bar completely drain. I saw a lot of like 60-second solos with Vox. If you have a ranked up Vox, he's incredible for the fight. And number 1, not the fastest option, but arguably the easiest option, we have Dragon Man. Now, Dragon Man has that slow debuff on the special 1, so you could essentially just spam special 1 with this guy over and over and over, keep him in the corner, right? Keep pushing his power up, baiting the special 1, countering with the heavy if you're feeling good about it, going for your special 1 while you're unblockable, and Dragon Man is just assaulting this guy in the corner, banking all of that corner damage, and then watching all of it explode after you use your special attacks. I was spamming special 1. Special 2 will probably make it even faster because of the fury buffs, but personally, I really valued the slow there. This is my top 10 list for Heimdall. It seems like an impossible fight at first, but once you get rolling with it, once you understand what to do, once you get some practice in, you'll see that it's actually kind of fun. It's actually kind of fun, especially if you have some of these options ranked up, and thankfully, these are 10 really good champions that a lot of people have up in their roster, so it should be a really fun one. Let me know who you use for this fight in the comment section below. Let me know if I missed anybody in this top 10 list. I'd love to hear who you used, and guys, happy freaking New Year, man. It's January 1st. We're starting the year off with a banger, a really fun fight. I hope this is going to be a fantastic year, both in MCOC and in your real life. I'm really excited for this one. I think it's going to be a good one. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big ol' like. Let me know what you use in the comment section below, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next one coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you around, man.